Stephen, I know you are a massive fan of the EFTM podcast. Like, every week he sends me texts like, guys, great. Everyone needs to know about this.
Why are you talking about that on this podcast?
Because
why is that?
I made a commitment to my audience
that
I would play you something.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Really?
So for the last couple of weeks, I've been playing
Is it
AI
another movie
music.
Reference?
I've been playing AI music jingles, right?
I know what
Intros
you've done.
and stuff?
Yeah, we did this on the John Stanley show on 2GB about a month ago.
I know, but I've been playing with jingles, right?
Okay. You made one about me, didn't you?
No, I made one about Two Blokes Talking
About
Tech.
Two Blokes, all right.
All right, jingle for the podcast, Two Blokes Talking Tech in a rock style. That's the only prompt I've given it, right?
So that's why you got your little connections happening here. Eh? Now it's all dawning on me.
I've given it nothing more than jingle for the podcast, Two Blokes Talking Tech in a rock style. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Two blokes on the scene, talking tech machines, breaking it down like you've never seen with a rockin' style that'll make you smile. Analyze the gadgets, mile after mile. Tech whizzes at their best, putting you to the test, diving deep into the latest trends. No time to rest with a podcast that's locked in. They keep you rocking. Two blokes talking tech, ain't no one stopping.
Wait.
Dave and Trevor.
Dave.
Dave and Trevor.
Dave and Trevor.
Right.
I know we're going to talk about AI
Is this
in
an
this
alternate
show,
reality, is it? Or?
but like this just proves how AI can get it wrong.
Oh, yeah. AI is wrong often. Yeah. Dave and Trevor. But you never gave it, so you'd had to look for Two Blokes Talking Tech and couldn't read my name.
Some of the stuff, like I've done some EFTM ones, and I've just said EFTM podcast. That's it.
Yeah.
And it brings up tech and smart home, and it makes it looks somewhere and finds out that it's tech. But I then, just to help you feel better, right, I did one in a country style, and I gave it our names. I gave it our names.
Trevor Long and Stephen Fenech.
Fenech?
So at that point, I gave
That'll
up.
do.
At that point,
Fenech.
I gave up.
Yeah. Fenech. That reminds me of when I went to Vegas when the US announcer was trying to make sense of the South Sydney. He called them the South Sydney Rabitos. The Rabitos. Sydney Stephen Fenech.
Does Siri pronounce you correctly? So there's no issue with that?
My Mercedes pronounces my name correctly.
All right.
When I get in,
flex there.
When I get in, it says, "Welcome back, Stephen Fenech."
Because we've got a friend, and her name's Nikki. I'm pretty sure her name's Nicole.
Yep.
But it's Nikki. Nicci is how she writes it, right?
Okay.
That's her business name and everything.
Yep.
And whenever you send a text or a reply, it'll say new text from Nixie.
Oh,
and it's like, that's just so wrong. The mispronunciation is wild. So, Dave was a failing of AI.
Hello. Yeah.
G'day, Dave.
Because I seek some help from AI for the movie podcast sometimes.
Yeah, right.
And
help me find a new host.
No, not that. No, I just try to get help with I know the movie and I just want it written down like a scene by scene breakdown. Right. I say, give me a scene by scene breakdown of phone booth.
Yep.
And I think it gets it about 80% right.
Really?
There are some bits in it that are definitely wrong. Wrong name, wrong thing that happens. Like he just makes shit up. It just makes stuff up.
I think that's the problem is people I think this is going to be
a lot of gaps.
It is literally filling its own gaps with its own knowledge.
Yeah, and I think though, is it on purpose? You reckon? Because that you can't pass it off as being you got to that making that sort of error means you got to check it at another source.
Yeah.
So if you pass it off as your own and it's wrong and you don't know that it's wrong,
that's true.
Then you use AI and it's wrong.
I think it's just needs more training.
Yeah.
That's all it needs.
Yeah, but it's as good as the source it comes from, doesn't it?
Don't you think that music stuff is remarkable though? I can't stop playing with it.
When we were on the John, I was on my Monday night segment with John Stanley. He made one about Ray. I think Ray ended up playing it on his show the next morning. And then Ray made one up about John, about how he's an old bloke with his mobility scooter on the golf course.
Yes.
And then during my segment, we made a love story for me to Joe, like in 1 minute.
Yeah. No, I did one live when I was recording.
I was
EFTM, took a minute
texting
and a
Joe
half.
during, because she sometimes listens to me at night.
Sometimes.
Monday night, sometimes. And I said, I hope you were listening. She goes, no, I was asleep. And I said, well, we made up a love song from me to you, and luckily gave me the file, and Declan, the panel operator, gave me the file, and I shared it with her on a text. She went, oh, that's lovely. But it was AI, yeah.
You're a simple man.
Yeah.
Joe, what are you doing? Should have just stayed asleep.
Yeah, no. I texted. I think my text woke her up.
So hang on. Whoa.
Yeah, because I was in the studio.
Whoa. You have your phone turned off downstairs.
Yeah.
She has hers by the bedside table?
Yep.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah. No, I have it. I have my watch, though. My watch is connected upstairs. The phone is downstairs, but not off. Like sometimes it might be off, but most nights it's on in my office. And if I get a call, it's going to divert to the watch. So I use the watch as my alarm. Yeah.
Well, that's extra information that you've not shared before. You made out like you have no phone, gadgety.
Well, I don't have a phone.
Bedside
I don't have
table.
a phone next to me.
Yeah, but mate, you've got an Apple Watch. That's
Yeah,
like,
no, but if I get text during the night, it don't come up on the watch. I don't see it. Yeah, because it's charging. It doesn't show
did
to
the
me.
beeping of Joe's text wake you up?
She's on silent. No, she's silent. Yeah. I think that I don't know how I think she read that message the next morning. So she was asleep because it was like 10 o'clock at night. It was nearly 10 p.m. And anyway.
Joe goes to bed
That's
early.
a long
Stephen
story.
goes to bed at 1 a.m.
No, I don't know. I go to bed about 11:45, 11:30 now, because I'm up at 6, 5:45
Because you're getting
every
older,
morning.
you have to go to bed earlier?
No, it's just that I get
Do you
up
have
early.
dinner at 5 o'clock as well?
No, you idiot.
At your facility?
No, mate. Because I'm up early, I want to get my training out the way, or my walk, or the gym.
Of course.
Yeah.
Well,
That's
me
it, mate.
too.
I was in the gym this morning.
So was I.
6 a.m. I was walking in the gym.
Mentally, I was there.
And then I was home. Then because I'm going to get all my radio started. My earliest is 7:30.
Soft.
So I'm
My earliest
home.
is 4:30.
Yeah, well, that's
You're
you, mate.
soft.
That's you. It's I get home in time for them. But so by the time I do my radio and start working, I've already done my exercise.
Fair enough.
Not back on the treadmill, mate. What's the go?
Got a bit of work to do there, yeah.
Come on, mate. Come on. We're in this together.
I know. I'm not there right now.
Yeah.
I think I've worked it out. I can only, the building, the renovations, it's just too much focus. And so I think about it too much and I'm when all that's done, I'll be clear of
bit more
mind.
focused. Yeah, I think I'm just maintaining my weight. I don't think I've lost a lot more weight. I've just sort of stayed the same. Yeah.
I am not going to show it publicly.
Right. But what? What are we talking about?
I'm not going to lie. I saw a photo of you today and went, oh, you have lost weight.
Really?
It was...
Which one?
I feel horrible saying this, but you know what? It's fine. We know we're mates.
I was fat, mate. I'll tell you, I was fat.
It was... I can't even type right now. Well, I was searching. I was doing an article about the Swift Challenge, the kids winners, whatever. So I searched Cupertino and I find a relevant photo that I can use somewhere of Cupertino. So it's like Apple Park, right? Now I scroll back. I don't know when it was. I'll scroll a little bit here before we get the show underway. Oh, there's a hefty example of it.
That was
the
2
size
years
of your
ago?
head.
2 years ago?
Your head is enormous.
I've got it. My head's still big.
I know, but
big head,
but
big
that's
brain,
not even
mate.
the one I found, mate.
Big head, big brain.
I think this might be it. Inside Steve Jobs Theatre.
Oh yeah,
chunky
rooster,
mate.
Chunky rooster, yeah.
You'd be 10K at least down on that.
More, 15, I reckon.
Easy.
Yeah.
Man.
Most definitely. That was me at my worst.
You did really well.
Me at my worst.
You did so well.
Yeah. Won't happen again, mate.
I did okay, but I plateaued. I'm just going to... I'll get back to it.
I'm still down. I haven't put weight back on. I'm still down. I'll probably maintaining right now.
Maintaining's better than not.
If I can pin my ears back a bit, I reckon I can lose a few more kicks.
Let's pin them. But not right now. I've just got a few more things to get to.
Okay. And there's 2 boxes of shapes over here too. So that's
I don't eat barbecue shapes. So I've
can
got
I take
shapes
them home
here
or?
because firstly the original recipe ones are here because I had the gluten-free ones and was comparing them. And then they're here now again because the Xbox versions are here. And so I was comparing them.
Right. So you don't eat barbecue shapes?
No, I eat chicken
So can I
crimpies.
take them home? Or?
Yep, you can take both packets, mate. I'm a chicken crimpies man.
That'll be
through
my
and
cheat meal, my cheat day snack.
through. Mate. If
The cheat days are awesome, by the way.
if that was chicken crimpies,
Chicken crimpy.
that's all one
That was one of
sitting.
your desert island snacks, wasn't it?
I
The chicken
get rid of
crimpy,
them
which I've
in
never heard of.
one sitting,
Wow. The chicken crimpy.
mate. So
Mate, the
good.
secret is to finding a snack that's really tasty but good, that's a healthy option.
Chicken
And I
crimpies.
found one. I can't remember the name, but it's like a little rice cake.
Cashews.
No, yeah, cashews too. Cashews nice, but it's like a little rice cake about that big, about the size of a 20-cent coin,
Yeah, it's got
and it's
chocolate
got
on the
dark
back.
chocolate on it.
Yeah, my Amanda buys them for the kids.
They are awesome.
Yep.
Yeah, and they used to come in little packets of 4.
Yes, I know.
And I'm thinking, great.
We'd put them in the kids'
And I
lunchbox.
said to Joe, I sent her the wrapper. I said, can you buy more of these? And because she was shopping at the time,
Of
right? She was
course,
out.
right, yeah.
And then she comes home. She goes, oh, this is better value. She bought a massive bag of them, and they were loose. And I'm thinking,
and you're like,
shit,
oh, no.
I'm going to eat 100 of these at the same time. Having a packet meant you could only have 4. Today, I grabbed 6 in one, and with a cup of tea, I went and smashed 6 of them.
By the way, breaking news, next week, Stephen's going to be doing the show, not with Diet Coke, but with tea.
yeah,
I've got to buy a kettle for the office.
Buy a kettle,
because
mate.
Stephen wants tea.
I like another cuppa.
I'll get a kettle.
Another cuppa.
Remind me to get a kettle, okay?
Kettle. I'll buy the kettle, mate.
No,
I'll
I'll
bring
get-
it.
I'll
like,
bring it- I'll get a
it's
kettle.
$10 at Kmart. I'll get it for you. I'll bring.
you're gonna bring-
BYO kettle, and I'll BYO tea bags, and I might even leave some tea bags here.
Great idea.
So I can make a cuppa when I want. You know, with a little Splenda and everything. Eh?
They're,
Is that all right?
They're safe with me.
There you go.
Welcome to Two Blokes Talking Tech
Not a bad price.
with Trevor Long from EFTM.com
Really handy device.
and Stephen Fenech from TechGuide.com.au.
Two Blokes Talking Tech, episode 630.
6:30.
Thanks to the great people at Netgear.
Not 2:30. 6:30.
No, 2:30.
2:30. That's an in-joke, everyone. You might have to listen back to a show to understand what we're
Some
talking about.
years ago, I think.
Yeah.
But anyway,
If you want to know what we're talking about, send us a text or send us a message,
Yeah.
and I'll explain what 2:30 means.
that'd be a wild
What the
reason.
joke is for
That'd be a
2:30.
wild reason to send us a message, to be honest. But anyway.
2:30.
Thanks to Netgear and Arlo, who,
2:30.
like, let's be real, for some inexplicable reason, just continue to support this show. We've just done 11 and a half minutes of
Yeah.
absolute sheer dribble.
Yeah.
And
Well,
yet
there's a bit of AI. in
They're
it.
still
Did
here.
a bit of AI.
Kicked it off with
Then we
AI
drifted off a touch.
pretty quickly.
So that's what we like, mate. People, the most common comments we get are, it's like listening on a couple of blokes and having a chat. It's,
Yeah.
it's what we are. It's
Our
what we're
biggest
doing.
risk is a new marketing manager at either of those companies who goes, what? What? Do you know what I mean? Imagine they come in and they go, what are we doing? What is
Yeah.
that? And then they watch and they go, listen,
Yeah.
move on. All right? So we love you.
Yeah.
Hi, Sarah,
we
Heidi.
do. Yeah. Champions.
Lambro,
Yeah, Lambro,
Brad,
genius.
appreciate your
Yeah.
support. Two Blokes Talking Tech, episode 630.
6:30.
Netgear, Arlo, tick the boxes. Thank you, folks. We'll tell you about them shortly. Now, speaking of AI, that was
Yeah.
like a big tease
Yeah,
for
yeah.
AI. What
Those
have
songs.
you asked Meta AI? So this week, Meta AI launched,
Yeah.
and I've been describing it as just Meta or Facebook's version of ChatGPT.
Yeah.
But it's implemented within the existing app.
Yeah.
So it's in Facebook Messenger, it's in Instagram DM,
Yeah.
it's in WhatsApp.
So you're basically having a chat with it. So I use it on WhatsApp, and so I've got a little chat now with,
Yeah, same
with
here. I got-
Meta AI.
What have you asked it? What was the first thing you asked it? I'll show you mine if you show me yours.
I asked it about the scene-by-scene breakdown, see how accurate it was, because I use ChatGPT and Gemini, which are both horrible to get the scene-by-scene synopsis.
Right, and how'd it go?
And Meta was, I reckon, equally poor.
I went for an image first. I said, imagine a golden sunset over a mystic lake.
Yeah.
And the picture is on EFTM.com.
Wow.
That's a very good image
And so
to create.
what are the rights to that image now? Who owns that image now? Do you own that because you made it up, or how does that work? Is someone going to go, hang on a minute, we own that image? Because this is going to be an issue. You know how you can,
I don't know.
the generative AI, and I know there's
I'm-
going to have to be like a
Screw
watermark.
you, Mark Zuckerberg. I own it, okay? Because I came up with the words that inspired it.
See what I mean? Like it's
no.
you run it on EFTM, you'll probably get an invoice from someone now.
It probably will, yeah.
Yeah, Meta will invoice.
I
you.
then asked things like, what's the capital of Chile? just to see if it,
Yeah, but
if it did
that's
general knowledge
Google,
as well.
Mate. That's Google.
I know, but no, but Google, I'm in WhatsApp all the time.
Yeah.
The smart thing here about Meta AI is putting it where you are.
Yeah, exactly. Now, I think it's made AI more pervasive,
Yes.
right? So,
And it's part of the service.
made it ubiquitous, right?
Yes.
Now, do you know? Here's my gut feeling here, right?
Right, what is it?
It's convenient, right? Because you think about, right, you got Facebook, Messenger, Instagram, WhatsApp.
Yeah.
That's the internet,
Yes.
right?
For a
That's
lot
where
of people.
reside.
Instagram
okay?
DMs is communication
It's
for a lot of
there,
people.
right? This is why, like Mark Zuckerberg said, oh look, it's going to be free. It's Llama 3, opens, large language model, all of that, right? Is this not another way for them to get your data?
Sure, of course.
They've now made, right, you know how Google gets your data? They see what you search for.
Maybe. Yeah.
Guess what? Facebook is going to do the same now because they're going to see what you search for, see what you talk about.
Yeah.
So what did you ask it before about what were
Capital
you
of
asking?
Chile.
So you may, I'd like to, you know what we should do, right? This is what we should do, a bit of homework for us. We'll keep track of what we ask it and see what ads it serves up.
Right.
To see how the data's being used again. It's just yet another way to suck all the data out of us.
Write me a short poem about how amazing technology is. Here's a short poem. With wires and circuits, a world is born. Connections abound and knowledge is sworn. In silicon halls, innovation reigns and progress unfolds in digital rain, like digital rain. With every click, a door opens wide to vast horizons where dreams reside. The hum of machines, a symphony sweet, a chorus of wonder at our fingertips meet. In this digital age, we find our way through virtual realms to a brighter day, where information flows like a river's stream, and the world's wisdom is but a dream.
And then you can listen to Trevor and Dave.
But isn't it wild? But then you test its general knowledge. So
Yeah.
a couple of people in the man cave started just asking it about Trevor Long and just going, well, this is wrong. But one of them...
Really? What did it get wrong?
I think it was... Oh, I have to look it up now. I
What did
think...
it say you're on Sunrise?
Give me a second to find it. But I think it might have been Danny who did some kind of work to train it.
Yeah.
So he was trying to say that actually, the more you tell it, the more it
Of
learns.
course. But isn't that like all of them, though?
So the first one was Lucas, who said, imagine a 45-year-old white man with no glasses and a close-cut beard presenting a tech report on the Today Show in Australia. And the image there is me. You can see these images. I'm not putting them on the video. Bugger
It's
off.
you. Is that you?
No.
Is it supposed to be you?
It's just imagining an image, right?
Well, who is that guy? Is that a person?
No. It's
So
not a
that's
real person.
random.
That's a completely generated human. You can tell when they're generated because the fingers are always horrible. And then
Fingers are horrible.
it really struggles with fingers. It
Really?
mate, it can't do them well. In every photo I've generated of a human, it's absolutely struggled. I can't find the one where someone asked it over and over again and it kind of learnt. But anyway, I'm pretty sure it was Danny. But someone asked, repeated kind of feeding it back information and it kind of learnt.
Does it also, on ChatGPT and Gemini and stuff, you can say whatever, like when I do the synopsis thing, right? That's mainly what I use for. Synopsis, and then I'll say more detail.
Yes. Oh, no,
So
you can
it
do all that.
remembers what I asked it.
Yes, it does.
So it does
by
that?
the way,
Okay.
Trevor Long is an American actor known for Cade Langmore and Ozark, and he's also the co-host of Two Blokes Talking Tech. So it put the two Trevor Longs
Wow.
together.
So just did a Google search.
It kind of mucked that up.
Yeah, right.
And then I did one where I asked it to do images for my header photo of the actual story I was writing.
Okay.
And then I did it yesterday live on air. I did a thing getting it to generate a photo. This was interesting for the bias people talk about. I said, imagine a radio announcer in Perth, Western Australia. Came up with an image of a bloke in a studio.
Yeah.
So bias,
Male.
it was a male.
Yeah.
I said, imagine a female
It was a 50-50
radio
chance.
announcer in Perth. And it came
Right.
up with a Asian-looking woman in Perth. The buildings are in Perth. And then I said, do it again. And it did it again.
Another Asian?
And then I said, imagine a Caucasian female radio announcer in Perth. And it did a pretty good job. Look at
So
that.
how come it gave Asian first? Is this sort of based on your search history or something? Or
I don't know. That's its cognitive bias. That's its.
you never got that one, did you?
Yeah. No, I'm not, mate. I'm not justifying your rubbish with that. Well, let's.
Right.
I want to
Did
know
you
now.
get your search history or not?
Who is?
Oh, are you asking
Stephen
me? Yeah, it'll say. I tell you,
Fenech.
there's another Stephen Fenech on the internet, and he's a very famous photographer.
Right.
Yeah,
Well, we'll find out. Don't worry, mate.
there's a photographer.
Stephen Fenech is the editor of Tech Guide, a weekly podcast that looks at consumer technology news and reviews, talks to industry figures and answers technology-related questions. He's one of Australia's most respected they've got this mixed up with me. One of Australia's most respected tech journalists and a regular on radio and TV talking about the latest tech news and product
it's
trends.
just read my bio on one of my websites.
You're right. No SHIT. I could have found that on Google. I could have found that on Google.
Yeah.
Exclamation point. How does it react when you...
Yes, so you throw a bit of
So I said, no SHIT. I could have found that on Google. Fair point. I apologise if my response seemed too basic.
Oh.
I'm here to provide
Wow.
in-depth... That's...
Throwing a bit of heat at it.
If you're looking for more specific information about Stephen Fenech, such as his background, notable works, or achievements, let me know and I'll do my best to provide information. Woo. Please tell me some of Stephen Fenech's greatest achievements.
Wow. Greatest achievements.
Jeez,
this is risky.
This is fun.
What's it going to say?
Stephen Fenech is a well-known... Okay, we know that.
Yes.
This is fun. Number 1, founding and editing Tech Guide, a popular news and review website. Number 2, regularly appearing on TV and radio, such as The Project, ABC News, 2GB Radio.
The Project. Never been on the project.
You're going to
in my
love
life.
this. You are going to absolutely love this, and this proves the point about some things we've said. Number 3, winning the IT Journo Award for Best Consumer Technology Journalist in 2014.
News to me.
Didn't happen.
News to me.
Number 4, being, I don't know if this happened, but maybe it did, being named one of the top 50 most influential people in Australian IT by IT Wire in 2015.
That happened. Yep.
Wow.
Did you not get on that list? Or?
I was in T3 magazine.
Yeah, I thought that's one. Oh, that's not it.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's IT Wire.
Yeah, it was Damien Francis did that one.
Yeah, that was T3.
Yeah.
And number 5, authoring articles for various publications, including the Sydney Morning Herald, the Australian and PC and Tech Authority. That's made up. Woo-hoo. Hosting and moderating tech events, conferences and product launches.
Yeah, done that.
Broadly.
Yeah.
Building a large following on social media with over 20,000 followers on Twitter alone.
It's struggling now.
And number 8, providing extra commentary on technology issues to major outlets. This is a repeat of number 2, just quietly, Meta AI. These achievements demonstrate Stephen Fenech's expertise, influence, and contributions to the technology industry in Australia.
Not one mention of Souths.
Oh.
No mention of my footy career. Well, it wasn't
off.
that big a career,
but you didn't. See, this is an example. The way I was going to do it is how it's conversational and remembers what you did.
Yeah.
You didn't mention his rugby league career. Okay?
It'll think I'm Mario now. You watch.
Ripped off. I said ripped off. You didn't mention his rugby league career. I apologise for the oversight. Stephen Fenech's rugby league career is indeed another notable aspect of his life. Before becoming a well-known technology journalist, he played professional rugby league for several years, including stints with the Canterbury Bankstown Bulldogs and the Sydney Roosters in the NSWRL and the Australian Rugby League competitions. His athletic background and experience in the world of rugby league might have influenced his success as a journalist. This is gold.
Wow, Dave, who played for the Bulldogs and Roosters, would never have played for the Roosters.
That's wild.
Wow.
See
how inaccurate it is.
This is the point, right? This is why your point earlier was you ask it to do something because you're trying to cheat the system or something. You submit it like you would be laughed out of the room if you submitted that.
Like you could have Googled better information.
And now this is morbid, right? But imagine in the future people are using this for obituaries and stuff, right?
Yeah.
You cannot trust it. We've just proven you cannot trust without cross-referencing.
Has been the case. I've always been suspicious of it. And I reckon the point I mentioned before about how I reckon these little mistakes are in there as sort of part of not testing itself, but testing the user. To think, is that right? It means you've got to go to a second source. You can't trust that on its own.
Yeah.
Right? So... Is it to combat people just plagiarism, just totally using it to write their own stuff?
And here's where it goes downhill. Because I said, can you provide some links to justify your data on his rugby league career? He says, here's some links. Mate, they're all about Mario.
Yeah, of course.
And Mario didn't play for the Canterbury Bankstown Bulldogs.
No, never.
All the
Roosters.
No, he didn't.
No,
it was North Sydney.
North Sydney and the South Queensland Crushers.
Wow.
But it was...
Look, I love...
Path of least resistance.
I love that it's in a place that it's accessible.
Yeah,
right?
Of course.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
And I think the image generation is more exciting to me than the text.
But isn't it designed to help you write better posts and stuff like that too, or suggest like how it was pitched when I saw the release was, you might be planning a holiday to Italy or something, which I am. So it'll suggest.
Well, think about where they put it.
For you.
The biggest complaint I got on the radio this week was announcers going, "It's ruined my search." Like I used to be able to hit search and search for things, and now it's all this AI, meta AI stuff. So they've taken the search bar and made it meta AI because they want Google.
Of course they do. They want data. They want your data.
They want you to not use Google for anything, and they want you to know that you can use this to search those. Like, what's the capital of Chile? Yeah, you just use Google, but it's easier if
you
I
don't
could
have to
just
go
do it
out
here.
of Facebook now.
Yes, or WhatsApp or whatever your primary app is.
See, it's a tool to keep you engaged more in the app.
I'm in WhatsApp more than I'm in any other app, I reckon.
Yeah. It's going to keep you there even longer now.
That's where it wants me.
Yeah.
Interestingly, on
It's
the
like-
WhatsApp
you know, it's
desktop,
like-
it's a phone number. It doesn't even say Meta AI.
It's like, right, this is what it reminds me of. It's like when Foxtel put Netflix, Prime and everything on Foxtel to keep you on Foxtel.
Yeah.
So that's the similar sort of move, eh? They've got Meta AI to keep you there longer. So if those searches you just did now, before last week, you would have had to go to Google.
Yes.
Or ChatGPT.
Yes.
So it's just keep you in the store longer, keep you in the casino longer.
Yeah.
You know, get your data.
What
are you searching about? I honestly reckon keep note of what you've. Can you see your search history on this or not? Oh, you can just see the chat, can't you? I reckon keep note of what you're asking it, and see if it generates ads in relation to that.
Yeah, right.
You know, like whether that's going to happen or not, I don't know. But to me, this is just yet another way you can serve up data.
Yeah. Look, that's the thing. Someone said to me, well, why wouldn't I just do this? It's because they want you. You're the product. Yeah. It's free because you're the product.
They want you in the app.
I don't think they ever want to charge you for it. I think they just want you using it more so they can learn more about you.
How's this going to go for parents? We're in this sort of discussion now of parental control. You know, how much time do you want kids to spend on social media and all that sort of stuff? This is going to have, I reckon, a detrimental effect there. It's going to make them, well, if it works, it's going to make them want to stay on there longer. It's going to keep them in that app longer rather than, you know what I mean? Like they're going to, it's like when you go into a store and at the counter, they've got all the cool stuff near the counter, that sort of impulse buy stuff. It's like that. It's like the impulse thing that you got there. Think, I'm going to ask it this. Or you suddenly get an idea. Like you probably see a friend of yours post or something, right? And you'll think, wonder what, and then it'll generate ideas for you then to, that's right, I can ask this now.
Yeah.
Mate, it's a smart move on Meta's behalf.
Just finally, the big thing I think that they haven't done yet, but they definitely announced last year when they announced all their AI stuff, right? And this is the first thing I tried and it didn't work. The idea is you're meant to be able to bring it into chat. So if I'm having I've got a group chat with like 5 or 6 boys, if we're having an argument about something, I should be able to tag Meta AI and say, at Meta AI,
what's this?
Is it really? Was John Gorton the first Prime Minister? And it'll come back and say yes or no.
So inside your chat.
Yes. You're meant to be able to tag it. No.
Not yet.
That was definitely demonstrated at the announcement. Otherwise, I dreamt it. But that was the vision.
Because I'll be honest, that's how I thought it was going to work. I didn't think it was just going to be a search box on top of the app. I thought it'd be more something that comes into play when you need it.
Yeah.
You know, it's like can be accessed when in the mid conversation.
That's right.
Yeah.
I think that's the goal. They just need. I guess it's right. They need to get people to understand it first before you then bring it into chat.
I saw one other person and our common friend April Lim. She was using it on WhatsApp and she shared it. Like, you know how she knows Italian and that, right? She was speaking Italian on WhatsApp and it said, "Don't worry, I can speak Italian." And then his reply was, "We're still learning Italian." It's so fail from the start. It's just an example of it. Look, it talked itself up and then said, "Oh, sorry, no, I'm not actually as good as I thought it said I was." That was funny.
I think keep it simple at first, folks. And the message,
but it's going to get better.
Going back to parenting, the message here is, I think it's a great tool. I think all AI is a great tool.
Yeah.
And I think of little Harry, and he's a different type of scholar to Vivi, for example. Victoria is books, I think Harry needs the push. If he's got to write a story, I think he needs the idea, and then he's like, "Oh, cool, I'm onto it." And he could write it. You know what I mean?
So he gets a bit of a springboard.
So mate, bring it on.
Yeah.
Ask it for an idea about a fun story, and then as long as you don't copy paste, as long as you go right. Now let's expand that into 600 words.
I think that's the best use of AI, where it can help you get stuff done, help you suggest things, and
Yes.
just get the ideas
I
going.
said it to Amanda today. She rang me and asked for my advice on something she was writing, and I said, let me ask. So I just write ChatGPT, and I came back with a post. She's not going to change. She's not going to copy and paste that post and use it. But the way the words we use, it was like, that's actually a good way of saying it. So why don't we try that?
Did she say, thanks, Dad, I could have done that here instead of ringing you? Is that what she said?
Amanda, she wouldn't call me Dad for a start.
Oh, I thought you said it was Victoria. Sorry. But Amanda should have said, I could have done that here, mate.
No, but she doesn't, like, she doesn't think of it that way, AI that way. And also, she doesn't have my login, so I have a
you got the account.
login,
You got a proper account.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's the restriction of not paying for ChatGPT? Why am I paying for it?
I don't pay for it. I just use it occasionally. I don't use it every day, all the time. Yeah.
I think it's you can use different levels of a ChatGPT 4 as well as the image generation.
No
and
wonder.
stuff.
I might. You know what? I'm going to create an account, and I think you get a better quality response.
Yeah, well, send me a prompt and I'll do it
It's
and
probably
see.
not looking for the. It's got better sources, I think, if you pay for it.
I wonder.
Yeah. I got the no frills, the no frills free version. It's thinking tell him anything, and it'll. I reckon that's that's like an upsell to say, well, you know what? If you pay, you get a better result. Yeah.
Let us
maybe
know
if you paid on, although Meta's free, Meta AI is free.
Yes.
If maybe the responses about me might have been different.
If you've generated some wild images on WhatsApp, forward them to us.
Yeah.
Like you could forward them because you can use it. We can use text number. You can forward them on WhatsApp to 0477 657 657. I don't think it does explicit stuff. Does
Within
it? I don't
reason.
do any of that.
Well, I don't think Meta won't allow that. Meta wouldn't allow that.
Do you want me to ask?
No. What are you going to? Are you going to just type in something? Hey mate, it's up to you. This is live here. We're live.
You talk amongst yourself while I
What are
prompt
you
her.
typing in? But you know what? I think there's probably uses of this we haven't thought of yet. I reckon there's going to be. I'd like to know first of all the most common thing people ask. I think on 2GB the other week they were talking about. They were asking it its opinion. They were sort of saying who's the best looking announcer at 2GB.
Yeah.
Which is such a subjective thing, right?
Yeah.
How's that fact?
Oops, I can't generate that image.
There you have
Can I help you with
There
something
you
else?
have it.
Yeah, prude. Two Blokes Talking Tech. Let us know what you get up to on Meta AI and whether it's a good thing or a bad thing. I don't know.
And do you use it? If you use it or not?
Yeah, be keen to know.
This is Two Blokes Talking Tech.
We do it all thanks to the great people at Netgear, netgear.com.au. And if you're a traveller, especially around the world, the new Netgear M6 Pro Nighthawk mobile hotspot works in 125 countries. So basically you can go and get a SIM card in America or in England, wherever you are, put it in this and still hotspot. So here's a great example of that. You're a family. You've just gone to Disneyland. You don't want to pay for the Wi-Fi. Or you're at a venue or an event and you want to have you don't have to have roaming on your phone. So you pay for one SIM card, you put it in this, the whole family can have access to their WhatsApp, their Instagram, all these things that use the internet. Or you might be a small business and you want to share internet with everyone at work. That might be out on the roads here in Australia, or you might be a travelling group and you can do it overseas because it's an unlocked device that you can buy direct from Netgear at netgear.com.au. 5G connection, millimetre wave Wi-Fi 6E, like it's got it all, with up to 32 devices connected simultaneously. Good luck finding 32 people to connect to your Wi-Fi when you're sitting at a cafe or somewhere like that. You'll be fine. But full security and everything you need. The Netgear Nighthawk M6 Pro, available now at netgear.com.au.
This is Two Blokes Talking Tech with Trevor Long and Stephen Fenech.
We woke up this morning to an Apple event invitation.
I actually went just before I went to bed.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it came through at 12:03 a.m. I was just going to bed.
Halfway through my sleep at that point.
There you go, mate.
Yeah, very much so. Let Loose is the title of the event, and the image is probably the biggest giveaway of any Apple invitation
ever. Yes, is an Apple a hand holding an Apple Pencil.
Yeah,
yeah,
and a colourful
I
Apple
wonder
logo
what that
behind
is.
it.
Yeah.
Are they launching a camera? No.
No.
They're launching new iPads and possibly a new Apple Pencil.
Possibly a new Apple Pencil.
Well, I mean,
absolutely a new Apple Pencil.
It just indicates to me it's definitely iPads.
Tim Cook even tweeted or X'd or whatever the hell you say, pencil us in for May 7th. Yeah. I embedded that in my story. Did you not read the story on Tech Guide?
No, mate, I didn't because I got the email myself. Why would I do that?
Look,
just tell me why I would read your story.
Because you've already seen it. You'd already wrote your own version.
Oh, I've got the invite.
Okay. Yeah, no. So have I. Yeah.
I got.
Yeah. It came through at
You
the same
offended
time.
that I didn't read your story?
No, not at all.
Okay.
But
Did it
the,
come through at the same time? Let me check. 23:59. Time did yours come?
Yeah, of course it was. Really? Mine came through at...
It's terrible. Oh, boy. What have we become?
Can't find it now.
Okay. Because it came through so late?
No.
Anyway, we digress. Apple iPads for sure. It's a virtual event. It'll be midnight on May the 8th Australian time. So basically...
12:03 a.m.
Oh, there you go. So 4 minutes later. That's okay. You got there in the end.
Yeah,
Email takes time to deliver. You know that.
Yeah, mate.
You get some people on your 20 million people mailing list every Thursday that get it at,
That's
the
right.
first minute. And there's
That's
others
right.
that have to wait a couple of hours.
That's all good.
That's fine.
I'm not offended.
That's the way email works. I get your Tech Guide newsletter so late in the day.
Do you really?
Yeah.
You do not.
What are you talking
Depends on when I send it. Well,
I'm
it's normally
joking,
sent,
mate.
It's normally sent about what you don't give subscribers to the
about?
newsletter. Do you really?
What?
Do you really?
Tech
Good on you,
Guide.
mate.
It's the first thing I delete every week. Heineken partners with, look at this.
That was
What are you
last
talking
week's one. Yeah, it was last week.
Well, mate, you haven't sent one this week
Oh, it's tomorrow.
at the time of recording.
It's tomorrow. It'll be now. Yeah.
Yeah. I got it at
Just
11.
in time for Anzac Day.
Anyway,
And,
I'm subscribed.
Full respect to our. Thank you for your service.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I don't know what we're talking about.
We were talking about Apple, and I think I wrote a story, I reckon, about 6 weeks ago saying that they're going to drop late March, and I was wrong. About the iPad Pro. iPad Pro is apparently going to have an OLED screen.
Yes.
So it's going to be thinner.
Well, yeah, that will make it thinner, which is great.
And the OLED will only be for the Pro.
Right.
The normal screen will be for the Air. Now, the Air apparently is getting or if you believe the rumours, the Air is getting a 12.9-inch model as well. So the Air is a 10-inch, and then there's going to be a 12.9-inch. I'm a big fan of the Air. I like it.
Yeah,
It's
same
sort of,
here. Yeah.
Sort of, it's the middle one.
Yep.
It's you got the iPad, you got Pro, and this is in the middle.
Yeah, I'm a massive fan of the Mini,
yeah.
to be honest, but anyway.
Yeah, and the Mini is there's no mention of the Mini. I think the Mini is actually more expensive than the iPad, isn't it? Even though it's smaller.
It's such a great device.
It's got a faster processor,
Like,
yeah.
Do
they still make that?
Yes.
Yeah, right.
I only
'Cause
bought this like a month and a half ago.
You're not surprised me.
Great
In my
device.
research for this story, I was looking back. They haven't announced new iPads since October 2022.
Oh, wow.
That was the last
Any new
time.
iPads?
Nothing since then, and it was the iPad Pro with M2
Right.
and the 10th gen iPad came out in October. Well, my reviews appeared October 2022. So add that
Right.
up. We're talking nearly 18 months between upgrades. So it is. It's about time.
That's a long time between drinks.
I know. But the other thing, there's going to be new accessories apparently too, Magic Keyboard.
Yeah.
But let's talk about the pencil. Apple Pencil. The big rumor is it's going to have two new features. One is a squeeze function.
Why?
So if you squeeze it, it'll activate some new feature, which I don't know what it would be. Whether it's, I don't know, whether it might open up a box or do something, I'm not sure. But the other thing is that it's said to be also compatible with the Vision Pro. So imagine writing in midair with the Vision Pro. Having the you don't think that's a good idea?
No.
I think that's a
really
great
don't.
idea.
I don't think so.
Having not used the Vision Pro longer than half an hour from the launch last year, but I think it might be, you might be able to take like virtual notes. You might be able to write in midair and do stuff like that. Remember when we went on with Oppo and the VR, you could do that?
You can do that with HTC Vive as well. It's a good demo, but what are you using it for in the real world?
Well, if you're an Apple, you might be using the Vision Pro, the spatial computer. You might have something in front of you that you're working on. You might be able to work on it virtually like that. I don't know. Is it a possibility?
No.
You don't reckon? You wouldn't use that?
No.
Would that sort of defeat the purpose of just to do it on a normal iPad?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you just need normal...
getting choices. Have you read that there was a story, I think I read this on Mac Rumors too, that about the heavy drop off of purchases of the I'll look it up while
Of what? Just of what?
Of the Vision Pro.
Yeah, but that's a product that is going to peak and plateau.
But I'm just trying to find the headline.
You think about a expensive product.
Yeah.
First to market.
Yeah.
It's never going to be like iPad growth.
Apple cuts Vision Pro shipments as demand falls sharply beyond expectations. Yeah. And sharply beyond expectations is in quotes.
Behind
according to
expectations.
an Apple analyst Ming-Chi Kuo.
Renowned analyst.
Yeah, well, someone who's sort of got.
I'm pretty sure I've heard
normally
that name before.
Got skin in the game. Who
Yeah.
knows a lot about Apple. Who's insider like that
Look,
dude from.
I think they need to at this. Let me ask you this: in May the 8th, are they going to say and Vision Pro coming to UK,
Maybe,
Canada,
yeah.
and Australia?
Yeah, possibly. I reckon they'll probably save that announcement for WWDC because don't you got to remember, less than a month later, or exactly a month later, nearly, is going to be Worldwide Developers Conference. So I like how they're getting this out the way, making this announcement to keep WWDC clean, or also have that so there might be other hardware at WW rather than having the iPads involved, an Apple Pencil. So I reckon they just want to keep clearer airspace for Worldwide Developers Conference. So maybe there'll be definitely more Vision Pro announcements at Worldwide Developers Conference.
Absolutely.
I don't think at this
getting
one,
back to May the 8th, your new iPad Pros across the range, OLED,
iPad Air.
new iPad Air that's bigger.
Yep.
And the
13
standard
inch,
iPad Air will probably get better processor.
Yep.
And then the standard
Well,
Apple
the
iPad, does
will
it
that
get
be-
updated?
Was that going to be 11th gen?
11th
What are we up
gen?
to? Yeah, well, 10th gen was launched 18 months ago, like the iPad Pro with M2, so it'll be naturally M3 now. iPad Air with M3 as well. Will that be M3? And also, I think the iPad Pro, there'll be, how there's 11-inch, and there used to be 12.9. I think they're going to make it 13. They're going to round it up to 13 as well.
I don't know.
Something. Also,
I'd like a new Mini. 'Cause that's been a long
the other
time.
rumoured change is the camera repositioning.
For spatial video.
Yeah, so that the front FaceTime camera.
Oh.
So remember how
'Cause it's on the side.
Yeah, on the iPad, I've got an iPad right here. So at the moment, like this is an iPad Pro, the camera is there, right? The camera's on the short edge.
Yes.
So
But majority of usage is
you
in
use it like
landscape.
that. So the camera is going to be repositioned here. So it's going to be on the landscape, the longer
Really
edge.
annoying to people who use it primarily in portrait.
Well, I think it could adjust better from that position rather than adjusting from landscape from all the way
It's
on
a
the
really
side.
cumbersome case, mate.
It is. Sorry, mate.
I don't know that
Hit the
I'm a
microphone
fan
and
of it,
everything.
to be honest.
Of the case.
Yeah.
So from STM, mate.
Oh, wonderful. It's a great case. No, I've
love
got no
STM.
skin in that game. I just think I guess it's a robust case, is it?
It is. It's a hard case. I've got to bring it to the Wild West out here. I've got to look after it, mate.
Someone tell him to grow up. All right.
But no, so that's the camera repositioning, possible camera bump change as well, because you mentioned spatial audio.
Video.
You've got your little dummies over there for the 16. Remember we spoke about last week. So there'll probably be the reconfiguration of the cameras, because weren't they diagonal? Hang on,
Yes.
so I'll check right now.
Yeah, but there's
No, they're straight. Look at that.
Yeah,
They're
right.
together. Yeah, look, they're already...
they're tiny though, aren't they? Do you think they make them way bigger?
Maybe. So this is the Pro 11-inch, this one, which I bought, by the way. This is mine. I bought this.
Okay, iPad Mini's mine too.
I bought
it.
a couple of them, yeah.
Doing very well.
Pre June 30 purchase, that one.
Nice.
Yeah.
Your accountant said, mate, buy some
Buy
stuff.
some stuff.
You're
And
doing
I went,
very well.
Okay, let's go. Yeah. You done your tax? Are you all sorted? You're in good shape?
For what year?
I think end of
Mate,
by May you have to. May's the deadline for 22-23. Yeah.
Yeah, done last year's, ages ago.
Yeah, but the deadline is now.
Oh, okay, freaking me out.
Around now. Yeah. Are you good?
I think
Do
so.
you got an accountant? You talk to
Yeah.
the accountant? Yeah.
Yeah.
I just paid my accountant's bill too. It was solid. Yeah.
I just had someone here today to me and said, do you rent this place? I went, yeah. He goes, you should buy it. I went, what?
Buy it.
What are you
What
talking
for?
about? No, because then it's an asset.
Ah.
Like, I don't know. I never thought about that stuff.
Yeah, you can
Like,
make
oh,
different.
man.
You claim the rent and all of those. Is your accountant looking after you with the?
Assume so.
Yeah, of course, mate. It's you're spending money to make money. That's you claim it then.
I understand that. But if it was an asset,
Yeah.
it'd
Do you claim any of this, mate? Do I get a cut as well? If
Everything.
not? That's good.
claim every bit of technology.
I might tell about all the amount of energy I use in my EV to get here. Is that part of the deal or what?
All right, let's move on. He's just complaining now. That's what happens. He complains. We move on. Two Blokes Talking Tech. You can read about the Apple launch at techguide.com.au or EFTM.com or both. Go to both. What does it matter?
This is Two Blokes Talking Tech.
Well, an announcement through Uber. Uber for teens. And this is in response to, we've all been there. Yeah, your kids are at this age now.
Yep.
2 of your kids, anyway,
Well, Jackson has my login.
for Uber.
Yeah.
Okay, but he's also
Because
got
there
his
was
license.
there was a couple of times. Well, it was actually it was when he was 16, when he was working, and it'd be like, oh, we might be late back, so in case we don't get you back, you get an Uber, right?
Right.
And so, little bugger, the other day I get an Uber just to drop after I drop off the Ford, I get an Uber back.
Yeah.
That night he comes home, and he goes, "Do you get an Uber today?" I went, "What?" Like he gets the notifications.
Oh.
I'm like, log out of my account. So
cheeky.
now, as a parent,
Yes.
I can send him
You
an
can send
invite
him, yeah.
to create an Uber teen account. Now,
Yeah.
to be clear, it only works in Adelaide, Hobart, and Canberra at the moment. And
Yeah.
the reason for that is to implement this, they need to make sure the drivers have a working with children check.
Yeah.
In Canberra, Hobart, and Adelaide, that was a requirement of being an Uber driver.
Yeah,
So
right.
they've
Oh, so that-
basically they've got to go through the system and get enough drivers on the books in New South Wales, Queensland, and Western Australia and Victoria that have working with children checks before they can then implement Uber Teen in those locations.
So drivers in New South Wales, Victoria, Queensland, it was Victoria one of them,
No.
South Australia. So drivers in those other states will be getting notifications to say if you want to take part, you've got to get
you
a
would
check.
assume so, yeah. Yeah.
Because it's not only is it
Well,
working with children.
Not if you want to take part. If we can't launch it until you do. So
Right, yeah.
I can't create an Uber Teen account, or I probably can, but
Yeah.
Jackson can't take rides. They're not available
Yeah,
in
of course,
Australia.
yeah. So it's
In New
working
South
with
Wales,
children
sorry.
check and working with vulnerable person registration,
Yeah.
depending on the state you're in.
Yes.
That makes sense because, look, the idea of this is the parent or the child can have their own account or access to your account, make a booking, you get the notification, approve it, and then the driver obviously has to have part of these checks, and you can monitor the share the ride.
Yep.
And you can also, too, like the live trip tracking, PIN verification. It's like
So
picking up Uber
so a
Eats.
couple of safety features
Yeah.
that we can turn on if we want to, and you could when you're taking an Uber, but
Yeah.
most people don't. They're turned on by default. So
Yeah.
PIN verification, before you get in the car, you read out a PIN, they read out a PIN,
Yeah.
it matches whatever.
It's like when you get your Uber Eats. Haven't you done that?
Yeah,
You gotta
sometimes
read
you
out your
get that.
PIN?
And
Yeah.
then the other one is there's a thing called ride check, I think it is.
Yes.
So basically, if your driver goes a different direction, like
Yeah.
off track, it can alert the parent and it will
Yeah.
alert the passenger as well. So
Yeah.
everyone will get a notification going, hey, why are you off
Where you
track?
going? Yeah,
It
yeah.
could be because of the road closure or something like
Yeah,
that, but it
true.
means the teen can then ring their mum and say, no, it's because there's a road closure or whatever.
What about there's audio recording too?
Yeah,
So that
if you
can-
want it, yeah.
Yeah, so if you want to get it, so that records the entire trip.
So I could say to Victoria,
yeah.
I want you to use, I'm happy for you to use it.
Yeah.
Because it's an emergency, but I want you to turn on audio recording, and that
Yeah.
will record everything that's happening in the Uber.
Yeah, so you make sure there's nothing inappropriate
Yeah.
or anything offensive that's happening there.
I guess, yeah.
Yeah.
It's
well,
not like a live broadcast, but it's
No, well, it's just
It's
one.
backup.
It could provide evidence if something goes wrong.
yeah,
So
exactly.
it's a yet another, I think, just another layer of
Look,
security there.
A lot of people say, well, why would you do this? Just pick your kids up or whatever. But like, let's say
Yeah, it's
you've
not
got
that
one
easy,
kid at
mate.
sport
Yeah.
training, got another
Yeah.
one at work. And I don't think about it for 13, 14. I think about it for 15,
Yeah.
16, 17-year-olds who are, they're allowed out with their mates or they've got a job or whatever. And you've got, like when I'm away, Amanda's got the entire responsibility of just the
Yeah.
family. Like she already does 90%, right? But my 10% might be, being the second car, right?
Well, Uber did some research.
Mm-hmm.
58% of parents say their work schedule prevents them from driving their teens where they need to go. And 1 in 5, so 20%, ask their teen to miss out on those activities because they
Wow.
can't drive them there. That's a lot.
Yeah, it is.
And the other research is that a lot of parents feel the burden. 60% of parents say they feel pressured to be able to drive their teens to avoid them missing out on those activities.
Yeah.
Pressured. Isn't that your job?
And yeah, I know it is. But there's
But
sometimes
for time, not everyone has time. Like we've all been in this situation
Yeah.
where mum's working, dad's working.
we had a
it.
big school fair, like a night of fireworks and stuff on, and we were all there as a family. Amanda was helping out. Like I was there with Harry and Vivi, and Jacko just needed to leave. Like he wanted to go home.
Really?
Right? And we were like, mate, just get an Uber. Like,
Okay.
just get an Uber.
Where
It's
was he
fine.
going?
Just home.
Oh.
Just needed to go home.
Didn't want to be with you anymore.
No. And he'd be done.
Yeah.
Right? So whatever reason, it's like, mate, I can't leave because Harry's on the ride there, Vivi's over there, I
Yeah,
can't.
yeah, of
and
course.
your mum's working.
Yep.
So rather than put him through it, I went, mate, just get an Uber. Right? No dramas.
Fair
I
call.
think it's one of those things you should create as a backup
Yeah.
because let's say your car breaks down while you're on your way home from work and you've got to pick old mate up from
Yeah.
sports training.
Absolutely.
Just text him and say, sorry, mate, the car's broken down. You can use the Uber account.
Or get a lift off someone else.
Well, obviously there's those situations too. But
Yeah,
I don't know.
I think it's in response to our sort of parents are busier.
Yeah.
You know, in this day and age, it's both parents are usually working.
Your mum would have been there to pick anyone up anywhere, anytime,
yeah,
and that's not the same anymore for some people.
That's
Some
exactly
families
right.
are working hard, working late, working long hours, doing all those things, and it's just bloody hard sometimes.
Absolutely, mate. Absolutely right.
So I think it's a good move. I think it's good. I don't think it's a be-all and end-all. I think it's just a good thing.
It's a.
And by the
like
way,
a
you get the
stopgap thing.
high-rated drivers. So you don't get some bloke that's on 4.1. You get the high-rated drivers too.
You don't get a random newbie. You get someone who's been driving for a while.
Yes.
Of course.
So there's a bit of extra trust you can put into it. But
of course.
you know, with anything, there's a decision to make as a family about risks, but I think it's a pretty low-risk exercise. I'd prefer, it's like let's say Jacko, I'd prefer when he was 16 to have him take an Uber home from Hornsby to our place, like a 10-minute drive at 10 o'clock at night after a shift at Coles, than walk 15 minutes to find a taxi.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
absolutely, mate. No, of course. Safety is first. You
certainly prefer that to him walking home.
Absolutely right. No. And it's that's the reason why it's been created. It's like everything that it solves a problem.
Yeah.
And fulfills a need.
Let us know what you think. Details Uber Teen at techguide.com.au and EFTM.com.
This is Two Blokes Talking Tech.
Well, we are proudly supported by Arlo, and we've got some breaking news.
Big news.
Arlo has launched an entry-level security camera for $99.
Wild.
It's the Arlo Essential FHD, Full HD outdoor camera, 2nd gen. You can only get it exclusively at Officeworks. So this is $99. It records in 1080p full HD video, fully wireless and weather resistant. So you can have freedom where you want to mount it. You can hear and speak clearly with visitors using the two-way noise cancelling audio. It even has the ability to identify details in low light with color night vision. It has a rechargeable battery compatible with Google Home and Amazon Alexa, and there's an integrated spotlight and siren for added security. Arlo Secure Plan is included. After a trial, the plan then to keep the premium features like 30-day video cloud storage and the smart notifications, people package, vehicle detection, and more. It allows you to do that as well. But $99,
Great value.
How can you say no to that?
Great value.
If you're thinking it's a bit expensive, it's $99. It's a deal, though, with Officeworks, apparently, available exclusive at Officeworks. But if you want to get the essential 2nd gen, which is better resolution, there's the 2K, there's even 4K quality cameras as well, the floodlights, your doorbell, they're also available widely. You can see them at arlo.com, but this is a brand newie. Under $100 for an Arlo Essential Full HD outdoor camera.
Check it out, techguide.com.au and EFTM.com.
This is Two Blokes Talking Tech with Trevor Long and Stephen Fenech.
Right, Belkin's launched something that looks very familiar. And I'm like, I've got one of those. I've got one of those. I've got one of those. It's a whole bunch of wireless charging devices. Now, the one that stands out the most is the beautiful base with a metal stand that you can put your phone on and your watch on, right?
Yeah, and your AirPods on.
And that's great. But this is not MagSafe. This is Qi 2.
Qi 2, which is written QI.
Now,
which is Qi.
There's one also called the convertible magnetic stand. I saw this at IFA and CES.
CES, yeah.
So this is a great little thing that sits flat, so you can charge your phone flat, or you can stand it up. Now,
then you pop it up.
Qi 2, I'm going to break it down real simple for you. Qi 2, MagSafe for Android. There it is. Okay, that's what it is. Qi is a wireless charging standard that allows you to charge anything wirelessly. An iPhone can sit on a Qi charger, no dramas. It's all about how much voltage and stuff they do. It doesn't matter. Irrelevant. But MagSafe introduced this amazing new thing of having a phone that just sticks to something and elevated. You can turn it around. It's just you know that it's charging because it kind of magnetically attaches to the sweet spot of charging. Have you ever done that thing where you put your phone down and you move it a bit and it's off?
It goes off the charger.
So Qi 2, like MagSafe, magnetically attaches so that you know you're getting the right charge.
So that works for Android phones too.
Little cart before the horse here, though.
Right.
Because there ain't no Qi 2 Android phones.
Not yet.
But I think...
Can't you get cases? Qi 2 cases?
I think you'll find MagSafe phones will still work on these. So if you're a family that has a bit of Android, a bit of Apple, then buy the Qi 2, which means your iPhone can charge there. And when old mate gets let's say the S25 comes with Qi 2 charging.
Or the Google
Pixel 9.
Yeah.
I reckon Pixel 9 could be first because, it's Google. That should be ahead of it. Then
The Nothing phones don't have that?
No, they have. Well, the 2 has wireless, but not the 2A. Boom! You've got a device that works for both or all members of the household. So it's pretty cool.
Excellent. So Qi 2 is not just a mention of the speed; it's also just a mention of that compatibility, the magnetic.
It's a bit of everything, right? It's a ramp up
15 watt, isn't a 15
It's
watt
a ramp
charging.
up of the charging and of the essentially the attachment technology.
And of course, if you've got an iPhone, you can actually take advantage of that feature where if you put the phone on its side, it turns it into a clock.
Mate, I introduced this to Carl
bedside
this week.
table. Oh, did you?
I gave Carl 2 little bedside clock-style Belkin chargers.
Yes.
I said, one for you, one for Jazz. You're
Yeah.
going to love it. Next day, he goes, that's unbelievable. Because he didn't have a clock radio.
There you go.
He didn't have a clock.
He has a phone now, mate.
And I said to him, you got to remember, though, when your phone's in standby mode for an iPhone, at night, if the room is black, it turns off.
Yeah.
I said, just wave your hand in the air and it'll come on. It does. 'Cause if you're just rolling over to look at the time, you'll see the time's off.
Yeah, right.
Probably a setting you can change for that. But, mate,
I
I reckon
bet.
standby mode is one of the greatest things Apple's done in a long time.
Yeah, that's pretty
and
cool.
I think that when Android users discover magnetic attach, which a lot of my son uses quad lock for all his devices.
Yep.
Now, he uses an iPhone. But if you're an Android user with quad lock, you'll know these kind of things because they've got that kind of
locks into
system.
place,
But this is just more industry-wide. This is I think over the next 3 years we'll see pretty much Qi 2 being the standard on a lot of non-Apple phones, and that's only good, I reckon.
Absolutely. And being Belkin, the products are also responsibly manufactured. Minimum of 72% of PCR materials and only
Post-consumer
and
recycled.
plastic-free packaging as well. They're doing their bit.
So there's a few of them there to choose from, and it's well worth looking at.
Tell them the price, son.
Yeah, you tell them.
The 3-in-1, the Boost Charge Pro 3-in-1, $229.95. That can charge your phone, Apple Watch, and AirPods. Can that charge other watches? That one?
Well,
I'm gonna
that's what I
test it
don't
out.
know.
Yeah.
I think it might be like those original ones that come with a hole that you clip the thing into.
Okay.
Unless no, that one there is Apple Watch and AirPods.
Yes, it is too.
So it's specific to
Yes.
someone with an Apple Watch.
Yep.
Look, I don't know why you'd buy that when the MagSafe one exists.
Yep.
That doesn't quite make a lot of sense to me.
The 3-in-1. Well,
Yeah.
why you buy? Okay.
Because you've got an Apple Watch. You
Yeah.
don't have an Android phone.
of course.
It's probably,
Yeah, the
I bet
Boost
you any
charge,
money,
yeah.
how much is it? I bet you it's cheaper. So it's probably cheaper
$229.95.
because I don't have to pay the license fee, which I'm just assuming here, you got to
Yeah.
pay a license fee to use the term MagSafe.
Right.
I bet you any money that device is cheaper in
Okay.
its Qi 2 standard than in MagSafe.
So then you got your Boost Charge Pro 2-in-1 magnetic pad, which can handle a phone and your AirPods.
Yep.
And also you have the Boost Charge Pro convertible magnetic stand, which looks like when it's flat, it looks like just a normal wireless charger, but then it actually pops up and has a stand, so you can put your phone in portrait mode or landscape mode. And then that's $99.95
Hang
as
on.
well.
Just to be clear. I'm not going to lie. I'm confused. But the 3-in-1
Yep.
is an Apple device. It's only for iPhones.
Is it? Because it's MagSafe.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Qi 2 compatibility. So it's for iPhone 12 models and later. 5 watt to Apple Watch charging, 5 watt for AirPods.
Yeah.
It utilizes the magnetic Qi 2 technology. So the aligned connection is what it offers.
It's the same
so
price.
Is that
it's the same
MagSafe?
price as the MagSafe version. That's the same product.
Okay.
The other ones that are more Qi 2. Don't know.
Okay. Anyway, did you
We're
want
gonna
to
get
get this? Was this on EFTM?
We're definitely going to get feedback about this from the good people. But I'm going to say it's confusing because it's cart before the horse. There's no products. Like,
Yeah.
what are we... Who's buying the
if you
3-in-1?
build it, they will come. Have
I
you
think
heard
the
that before?
watch is the challenge for them, though,
Yeah.
because a 3-in-1 requires you to have the right... But see, with a Samsung watch, don't they work on Qi?
Yeah, they got a little black. They got the black.
No, but
Oh
forget...
no, on a Qi charger. Yes, I do. Yeah, I think so.
So that's what they can incorporate Qi
So
into the watch component.
you're saying then, well, in the watch or the AirPod component, can that charge a watch? If you don't,
No.
It's
Not
just-
an Apple Watch.
But it can charge what about a Galaxy Watch?
I'm sure. Excuse me.
I'm going to have to
I'm
test
talking
it
about
out.
the 3-in-1, right?
Ah, okay.
The 3-in-1
Yeah.
only works with Apple
Products. Yeah, right. Okay.
It will, with a Qi2 phone, it will attach there and it will work, but no other watch will work there.
Right.
And that thing where the AirPods are, that is just cheap.
You can, but
so
you can.
other headphones
you
will
can
work there
charge.
fine.
I
It's
have
the
charged
watch
others.
that's the problem.
Right. Okay. Interesting.
We've gone on too long. Two blokes talking tech.
Everything about tech you never wanted to know. This is Two Blokes Talking Tech.
That's it, mate.
I just pointed
That's
at you
it.
to go, why don't you take us out, Stephen?
I'll take you out. Where do you want me to take
where
you
do you
out?
want to go? Oh, thanks, honey.
We'll take us out. That was episode 630.
Are you going to
of
wrap
Two
us now?
Blokes Talking Tech. We,
Pretty low value show, to be honest.
What do you reckon? How long did we go for?
Yeah, just cracked an hour.
Oh, really? Jeez, we're so a bit light. So you're saying
Did you feel us dragging the
You've gibbered less. Is that what you're saying? What? Wow.
This preparation was not enough.
That took 30 seconds, that shoot today, didn't it?
I
We
feel-
knew what was happening. We knew there
Have
was
we
a few
let people
things.
down in any way, you
Not
think?
at all, mate. What else do you want to talk about?
I don't know.
I want to hear. I got something to talk about. Put that pad back here, mate. I got something to talk about. I can't believe
Uh-oh.
that the host of the Today Show didn't know what a hotspot was.
Wasn't that wild?
What is doing
Yeah,
there?
Sarah was like, what do you mean?
What?
Yeah.
So he didn't know you
He-
could hotspot your phone to your laptop.
He's a bit of a dope when it comes to tech.
Yeah.
Carl Stefanovic, that's you.
Great journo. Great presenter.
Just a bit of a dope.
Yeah, just not very savvy when it comes to the tech. That's why they get Trevor in there. That's funny.
Mate, it would be pretty crap if they didn't need me and they just used
I'd
him.
like to know,
Yeah.
isn't it funny how, you know how they have you heard that saying? My wife uses it a lot now. And she says, I was today years
Yes,
old
yes.
when I learnt this.
Yeah.
So Carl was today years old
Yeah.
when he learned about a hotspot.
Yeah.
Is there something you've thought that you found out that you're thinking, wow, I didn't realise that? And probably nothing in tech, but is there something else?
No, I can't think of anything right now.
Yeah, I can't either, but I'm just saying it's one of those things for him would have been that. To think, oh wow, you can use your phone like that.
Yeah, it's a weird thing to learn.
Like
I
a
bet you
breakthrough
anyone,
moment.
I'll give you $20. His wife knows how to do it.
Oh, for sure.
And so,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
just what happens. It's like my wife doesn't know anything. She doesn't know how to hotspot now, though. So she does that all the time.
Ah.
Because we were looking at her battery or data usage. And it's like off the charts in her phone. It goes, hotspot. I'm like, what are you doing? She goes, when I'm at work, I went, use the Wi-Fi. Like, what are you doing?
Why is that? She wants.
It was churning through a Kogan data.
Oh.
I paid for the cheapest plan.
You get a tap on the shoulder to say, need a refresh.
Yeah, exactly. It's going to
Yeah.
tap on the shoulder.
Yeah. Isn't it your birthday soon? Oh,
Oh,
no, it's not till
stop
December.
it.
It's not till December.
Listen, we've gone too far. The start
Yeah.
of the show was too close to the
Not
private.
till-
The end of it's
You
becoming
got any
it.
jokes or anything?
The
Or?
Here, hey, I got one.
Got a joke, mate?
I got an idea.
Okay.
You ready?
Stretching now.
Are you ready? You ready?
Yeah, go.
Why couldn't the bicycle stand up by itself?
It had no stand.
It was too tired.
Not bad. Good dad joke, that one.
You ready? You want another one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Where are you getting these from?
Why did the Scarecrow win an award?
No.
Because he was outstanding in his field. These are, I'm telling you, these are
These are meta
Christmas
AI
cracker
jokes?
jokes. Yes.
Meta AI
Yes.
jokes.
By the way, I have a vast collection of jokes on various topics. If you're interested in a specific topic, yes, I am. What about a joke involving technology? That's a good one.
Yeah.
You reckon?
Yep.
Here's a tech themed joke for you. Why did the programmer quit his job?
Because he had enough bites.
Because he didn't get a raise. A raise, as in, is a programming term. ARRAYS.
Hang on, let me just turn the sound of crickets on. Hang on.
About podcasts. Podcasting. Reckon there's a joke about podcasting?
Yeah, it's called Two Blokes Talking Tech.
Why did the podcaster bring a ladder to the recording studio?
He wanted to reach a higher level.
Yes. That's not even funny. That wasn't funny.
So for the two people who are still listening, have you got another joke for them or?
Podcasting humour can be a bit niche. What about a joke involving John Farnham? And I'll tell you why I say this.
What?
Shoot, I spelled it wrong. What
Why would
about?
you-
Oh no. Why did John Farnham's cat join a band?
Because he had the voice.
Because it wanted to be the voice of the group. That's not funny. Alexa, tell me a John Farnham joke.
No response.
Oh, it's got nothing.
Oh no! Is it something on the screen there?
Oh no.
Is it saying? Is it writing it rather than saying it?
Probably is. Alexa has 3 John Farnham jokes.
Really?
Yes.
Are they
Because I
getting
once. Yeah, they're pretty good. I can't remember
good?
them.
What?
Oh man. Okay. We promised to wrap up in a second, okay? But
Yeah.
now you've got me thinking
Even
about it.
I'm bored. Come on.
That's the funniest thing ever. I don't have the Alexa app. It's not working.
Damn.
All right.
That's not
it.
a shame.
Dave's bored, so we're
Dave.
leaving.
Dave, see ya. Goodbye from Dave and goodbye from Trevor.
This is Two Blokes Talking Tech.